Hi, my name is David, and today I'll be taking you through this week's question and answer session from us here at Nova Systems. Thanks for watching.
Sometimes there's a requirement to email customers, suppliers or colleagues files in order for them to have a look at them. Now, in a lot of times, we find that SolidWorks files are quite chunky and we can't email too many at once. So we've got to hear a reasonably complex file that I need to email. If we come and have a look at it in the File Explorer, we can see it's got a size just over 2 meg. Now, that's quite reasonable, be able to email that's fine. But what happens if we need to say 10 or 20 of these files? Then we need to start making them smaller. So the first thing to have a look at is right-clicking on the file, send to compressed zip folder. Brilliant, it's smaller. Not a lot smaller, but it is smaller. So what else can we do to make things better? Well, first of all, we can come into the model and have a look. Are there any unnecessary features that I don't need? In this case, I do need them all, so I can't suppress anything away there. Next thing to check, are there any necessary configurations? If I can get rid of configurations, I can get rid of the data associated with them. In this case, I still need both of my configurations. But we notice that both of these configurations have got the green tick next to them. That means graphical data has been built for them. Although I need the configurations, I don't need all of the graphical data. So we can right click at the top of the tree, rebuild save mark, and remove mark and purge data for all configurations. This removes the tick from the unopened or unactive configurations and therefore removes their graphical data. So having done that, if I hit save and we come back and we have a look at our file, we can see we've made our file smaller. It's now only 1.7 meg. So by doing that, we've instantly reduced this file size and made it smaller than just a zip file. So what else can we do? Well, if removing the graphical data for one configuration helps, how about we remove graphical data from the whole model? I can't do this by removing any features, but I can do it by suppressing them. The easiest way to do this is right-clicking at the top of the tree and roll back. All my features are now suppressed. For this particular file, when I hit save and go and look at it, that makes it very small. We're down to about 600k. And if I right-click on it and choose roll to end, everything rebuilds successfully. Now, with some much bigger, much more complex files, doing this roll back and roll forward can cause rebuild errors to come in, which isn't something we necessarily want. So we want to achieve the same end state of getting rid of all our features without actually rolling back and rolling forwards. So what can we do? Well, I can do this by choosing the next simplest graphical situation. So I'm going to choose to do a sketch on my top plane, and in this case I just want my rectangle to be bigger than my model. It doesn't need any more definition than that. We're then going to do an extrude, and we're going to make this through all. I want to make sure that my entire body is surrounded by this block, and I want to choose merge result. When I finish, this leaves me with a simple cuboid of 6 flat faces. This is the simplest geometrical state I can get to when I actually have geometry. I also want to make sure I've only got one solid body so that I know everything has been merged into it. So that's really nice and simple. I also need to make sure that this file is visible in all configurations. So I'll right click, configure feature, and make sure it is unsuppressed in both configurations and hit OK. We can then hit save, and if I come back to the File Explorer, we can see we're down to 676. So marginally different from just rolling back the whole tree, but still much, much smaller than my original zip file. A nice easy way to reduce the file size while not losing any of my features or my rebuild. We can even come down and take advantage of SolidWorks' ability to rename features and title it so that everybody knows what to do when they get the model. Thank you very much for watching.